spot of tea.
Don't mind if I do, old chap.
What is that peculiar sound? I'd better climb up and check it out.
Can you see anything?
Oh dear.
It's Dino Crisis. Do I need to spell it out for you? Dino Crisis is a survival horror and action game created by Shinji Mikami, the director of Resident Evil and later The Evil Within. That was one terrifying game. Released in 1999 for PlayStation and later ported to the Dreamcast and PC, it was often thought of as Resident Evil with dinosaurs, and it's easy to see why. There are definite similarities with tank controls and restrictive camera angles common to both. But the criticism is not entirely justified, as Dino Crisis uses real-time 3D environments rather than pre-rendered backdrops. It's the year 2009. You play Regina, a member of a 4-man secret operations raid team, SORT, sent out to investigate a secret research facility already infiltrated by one of your agents, Tom.
Mail.
Hold on just 1 second, gotta review this month's expense report. Our man Tom has discovered a famous scientist previously reported as dead, Dr. Kirk, alive and well, working on a top secret energy generation project. Let's hope he's as devious as he is beautiful. And things don't exactly go to plan. Nobody expected dinosaurs. In fact, they're pretty low down in the list of things you'd expect on a top secret mission. Yep, right down at the bottom. Now to the gameplay. It's mostly survival horror with a whole load of puzzles thrown in. Notes are scattered throughout the game giving essential hints and tips. Better keep your notepad handy. Even the starting screen used to creep me out. What the hell is going on with that claw? It's time for some dinosaur killing. On first impressions, it does feel a bit like a skinned version of Resident Evil, albeit more advanced. Having said that, during the cutscenes the mouths don't move at all. The voice acting isn't the worst I've ever heard, but it's weirdly delivered.
This has been a wild night of partying for the guards.
Time for the roll call. We've got Gale, the hard-ass fearless leader who just wants to get in, get Kirk and get out. Next is Cooper, who's... Crunchy? Rick, the hotshot hacker who's a heart of gold. Seriously, look at that animation. Tell me he wouldn't be a bongo champion.
Security system is a snap from it.
And last but not least, our player character Regina, a fierce, often scantily clad agent, torn between siding with the cold, calculating Gale and the naive optimist Rick. Look at that wonderful animation. It reminds me of Dick Van Dyke in his heyday. Speaking of which... Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor tonight to present you Dino Crisis!
What do you see? You people gazing at me. You see a doll on a music box that's wound by a key.
Here we see the common stare, which proves a challenge for our protagonist. I mean, it saved the developers animating stares properly, but it doesn't fool us.
That's disgusting.
I mean, that's a totally reasonable response. I regularly come across eviscerated bodies in the street and proclaim, yuck. It's time for our first encounter of the clawed kind. Jesus! And that means it's time to run. And straight out the door. Phew. Through the gate. Saved. There's no way he can... Ah. My god, those things are persistent. Yeah, you better run. Dinosaurs are terrifying in this. I know I shouldn't be so scared, but it still gets to me. Part of the problem is knowing how impotent the weapons are and dealing with the restrictive camera angles. And just like Resident Evil, ammo is scarce, and the guns are absolute pea shooters. It takes about 9 bullets to kill a raptor. These buggers are everywhere. I mean, the shotgun's better, but it's still not fantastic. The game is particularly harsh when it boxes you in between 2 raptors. Often the best and only strategy is to run away. It's not always possible, but it is highly effective. There's no running away from these things if they corner you. And before you know it, you've been eviscerated. So there are loads of puzzles, there's some backtracking, and a lot of dodgy acting. For a lot of the game I shied away from conflict. You never know when you're actually going to need your bullets, so save them. Yes, I can see how you'd think she'd be smiling. Aside from the standard handgun and bullets, you can pick up a shotgun, as I mentioned before, and a grenade launcher with a variety of ammo types. And let's not forget the medicinal power-ups, which you'll be using a lot of. There's a basic crafting system which allows you to create a variety of ammo types, medical aids and tranquilizers. Also, hemostats aren't exactly something you want to use yourself. There are a few weapon upgrades throughout the game, which adds a nice twist on things. And to go with the variety of items, there's a variety of enemies too. There's your classic raptor, then there's this flying guy, a coloured raptor, and a mad, bad-looking Theriziosaur. There are plenty of danger moments requiring you to mash the controller or keyboard and hope for the best. Otherwise, sudden death. And the T-Rex is going to cause a lot of bother. He'll show up here, and here, and even here. So we do some more puzzles. This one's actually about mixing different kinds of gases to try and rescue the scientist, and then you get the bonus of defeating a dinosaur.
It's sad, so sad.
I am glad I kept you entertained, tough guy.
Shut up.
Don't move.
Then a few twists later and some random choices. Yes, there are choices. Just remember to choose the idea you believe in. And I find it difficult to figure out what the other characters wanted you to do at times, because they run away immediately as soon as you made your choice. And eventually you catch Kirk, who, surprise surprise, escapes and leaves Gale to die. Turns out that everything revolves around this energy weapons project, the Third Energy. What exactly were the first two though? The Third Energy created some sort of disturbance in the space-time continuum, as these things always do, allowing dinosaurs who occupied that island tens of millions of years ago to once again colonize it. Get ready for an epic final battle with the T-Rex. Depending on your final choices, you can get several different endings.
He's still after us!
I'm gonna flash fry that dino dodo!
That was Dino Crisis. Did I enjoy it? Yeah, on balance I think I did. It's hard to beat that claustrophobic horror created by fixed camera angles and overpowered enemies. I could do with less backtracking, but once you pick up momentum, the game progresses quite nicely. If you do decide to play it, one of the single best pieces of advice I can give you is get a walkthrough. It'll save you from a few of the dodgier puzzles.
So what's your choice?
If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more, and check out my blog at ordinarydecentgamer.com. Now it's time for this fossil to go back to the record.
Hang in there! I just need a little more time.